Hey guys, Phil here at Woods Tree Farm. I'm out here on a weekday, just going to do a couple odds and ends. I'm going to give you a Firewood update. We'll go check out the trail cameras, and then I've got to grab the four-wheeler. I'm going to bring it home and work on it this upcoming week. I'm going to put a new starter on it, and hopefully that solves the starting issue that we've been having with it. So follow along today. Let's have a little fun. Here we go. Well, firewood sales are going pretty well. I mentioned in a previous video, a couple of previous videos now, this is my first season selling firewood, and I really didn't have that much firewood seasoned and ready to burn this year, because when I was doing all of the cutting last year, I wasn't really thinking about selling firewood. I was just thinking about our personal use and our use at our fire pit that's down the hill and what we can use at home and that kind of stuff. And I thought maybe I'd sell a few bundles here and there when we're open at Christmas time. But that whole process has changed, and I'm thinking now I can sell a lot more firewood. So what I'm doing now is advertising in the suburbs, and I've mentioned this before. We live 30 minutes from the farm. We live in a huge community with like 2,500 homes, and there are some neighboring communities that also have a lot of homes. So there's a great audience there of people who burn in their fire pits and their fireplaces. They don't burn for heat, and that's a great audience for me to sell bundles in small loads. So what I've got over here is actually a load that I need to deliver. That's what I'm advertising as a truck stack. I'm calling that my little compact pickup. That's a 5-foot bed. It's actually 5 foot deep and 5 feet across. So one stack of wood across the width of that bed. The height of the bed is approximately 10 cubic feet. I actually won't have a few pieces that are just above the height of the bed there, but anyway, throwing a little bit extra in. So that's 10 cubic feet of wood, which is approximately 13 3/4 cubic foot bundles. So for people who are accustomed to buying wood by the bundle, that's a lot of wood. I mean, people don't usually go and buy 13 bundles worth at a time. So for people who burn recreationally, that's a good bit of wood that's probably going to last them through the fall season for what they want to do in their backyard. And I'm selling that for 45 bucks, which compared to the bundle, individual bundles, that's a better deal. This is all the firewood I have left. Now you'll notice there are T-posts here in the middle. I was putting my stacks up against these T-posts. And the wood to the left of the back T-post, this stuff here, this is actually all new. Just this past weekend, I had someone come in and deliver me a truckload of wood. And it was an 8-foot bed stacked loosely, or the wood was just thrown in. So that plus that over there is all I got. Now they advertised their wood as seasoned, but it was not. A lot of it was too green. So as we were splitting it, I was trying to determine which pieces were lighter. So you can see most of these in here, like the bark's off, and some of them are even, you know, maybe a little punky on the outside. So all the ones that were that felt and looked more dry, I put over here. I'm going to put those in the ready to sell pile. Everything else is over here. This is the stuff that was all considerably heavier, considerably wetter when we split it, and that's going to go in the pile for next year. So all I've got left now, I'm going to just quickly estimate, I probably have about 5 or 6 of these truck stacks. That's about it. So 50 or 60, it's actually not even that. It's you know, maybe approaching a half cord. That would put me at the 50 or 60 cubic feet. So 5 or 6 truck stacks. That's about all I have left. You'll notice I don't have any bundles stacked out here because I just did an order the other day of 9 bundles. Somebody ordered 9 bundles from me, and I packaged those up and got those out of here. So probably need to go ahead and put some more wood into bundles so it's ready to go. But that's it. That's all I got for this season. So that pile that's over there on the ground, that's going to need to get picked up and moved. And then over here is where I'm starting to lay out wood for next season, which you can see there's not a lot here yet. So that's kind of the firewood update. I have 2 big oak trees that are not too far from the edge of my field that I'm going to be taking down here in maybe the next few weeks. I don't know. We've got a lot of work to do to get ready for Christmas season, so I might actually punt that until after Christmas season. We'll just have to kind of wait and see how things go. So with my most recent sales, the bundles I did over the weekend, and this stack that's over here, I am just short of my $500 goal for this year. I will, I'm sure, sell more of this. I should have no problem selling through all of this, and I will quickly, exceed my $500 goal. My question now is how close to $1,000 can I get with the rest of what I have here, and that's going to depend on how much I sell between bundles and those truck stacks. We'll just have to wait and see, and I'll keep you guys posted. Now let's go check the game cameras, and then we'll grab the trailer, we'll get the four-wheeler, and then we'll get out of here. Here we go. So this is the food plot over in our hidden field. This is a micro plot. This is only maybe 2,000 square feet. It's not huge. And we planted a mix in here that had some oats and some rye and some buckwheat, and we also had a little bit of other like clover and brassica seed. So we sprinkled a little bit of that in here. So this is a buffet, and you can see it's doing well. It's over a foot high, especially the buckwheat. So it's doing really well, and I can see a lot of indentations all through here, so the deer are walking it. So I'm really curious to see what's on the game camera. Let's go check it out. I just use another camera to load the card in and take a look, and then I'll bring that card home and I'll load it up into the video so you guys can see it. Alright, so we'll just put this card in here and take a look. There are 34 pictures. I got a couple doe. Got my kids. A couple more doe. Can't tell what that one is. I'll have to see that on the computer. Big doe. Alright, and that's pretty much it. This is our other, or our second of 3 microplots. That's about 30 feet wide by 50 to 55 feet long. So we've got, what is that, 1,500 square feet there. That is the same kind of mix that we had in the other one, and doesn't look like it's getting hit too hard. I don't have a camera on this plot, so nothing to show you here. If this is your first time checking out our channel, thanks for stopping by. Yes, we are a relatively new channel that we're coming up on 2 years now. We just bought this property 2 years ago. We're starting a business from the ground up, starting a Christmas tree farm. It's going to be 4 or 5 more years still before our trees are ready for sale. And in the meantime, we're doing a number of different things around here to make a little bit of money with the property. We're selling firewood. We're doing flowers. We're doing some other events around the year. We got photographers that come out here. There's a lot of different things. We're going to be setting up a tree lot this upcoming season. And then, of course, our channel is all about the work that we do out here on the property as well. That includes cutting trails, taking down trees, doing other improvements around the property, using tractors, using other equipment around the property. So if you like that kind of content, hit subscribe, follow along. We'd love to have you plugged in to our future videos. And if you have some thoughts, feedback, or suggestions, leave those in the comments below. I read every single comment and respond when necessary. So love that kind of interaction as well. All right, so let's go check out this food plot down here. Well, this was the first food plot we put in ever. This was last year. It was about a 1/4 acre, and we did a mix of clover and brassicas. We let everything go to seed this year, and some of the brassicas came back. The clover came back real strong. I mean, it could be thicker. This isn't a 100% clover area. But we went over this plot a few weeks ago with a chemical to kill off the grasses. It looks like it has killed off some, not 100%. There's some grass in here. But all in all, this is a pretty dense patch of clover, and I'm hoping it does a pretty good job at attracting the deer in here for early season. We'll just have to kind of wait and see how it goes. So let's check the camera and see what's on it. So we got 37 pictures on this one. Got a bunch of doe, a little buck, Ooh, he looks good. Okay, not as much as I hoped, but this camera is a good ways away from kind of the middle of the plot and the far reach of the plot, so this camera is probably not going to pick up movement that's far up. It's only going to get what's here closer to the tree line, and you'll see in the pictures that's most of what's here. But yeah, anyway, there's a couple good ones on there. We've got 2 other food plots. I don't have cameras on them right now, but I got 2 cameras in my truck. I need to grab some batteries, and I don't have enough. And then we'll get some more perspective of a couple of different areas of the farm here. Let's see, will it start? No, it won't. Will it choke? Well, thanks for following along today. I'm going to bring this 20-year-old Rancher home, and then follow-up video, we'll go ahead and replace the starter on it and see if that fixes that intermittent starting issue that we're having with it. So it's not that it doesn't start. It starts fine with the pull start, but the electric start doesn't start, or doesn't work all the time. So we'll try that out. We'll see how it goes. I don't have any history of working on four-wheelers, so we'll see how the project goes. If that sounds interesting to you, hit subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye, guys.